My sister stole the key to my empty apartment and broke in with my parents, saying this is for your own good. I smiled and walked away, but a week later, their panicked call exposed all the secrets. The door was open, and it was my door. I pulled my car over and just sat there for a few seconds, gripping the steering wheel. This was the apartment I hadn't lived in for the past 6 months, ever since I'd temporarily moved to another city for a job. I had kept it empty, thinking maybe I'd come back one day and it would still be a safe place for me. But the door was half open, like someone had tried to shut it in a hurry. I stepped inside, and everything was torn apart. The kitchen cabinets hung open, dishes scattered across the floor. The couch cushions were ripped, stuffing spilling out like something had clawed through them. The old family photo on the wall had fallen, glass shattered, frame cracked. This is for your own good, my sister's voice echoed in my head, like she was still standing there. That's exactly what she had said on the phone when I yelled at her, asking how she got my key. You didn't even tell us how bad things were for you, she'd said, calm, almost proud of herself. We just wanted to make sure you were okay. I hadn't said anything back then. Just stayed quiet, like I usually did when it came to them. That day, I grabbed a bag, took a few essentials, and walked out. No police, no confrontation. I left like none of it mattered. But I was smiling. It wasn't happiness. It was something colder. A quiet kind of certainty. A week later, around 10:30 at night, my phone rang. Ellie, please pick up. My mom's panicked voice came through in a voicemail. I didn't call back right away. I already knew why she was calling. Then my phone rang again. This time, it was my dad. This isn't funny. What did you do? I took a slow breath and answered. What happened? I asked, calm, almost detached. There was silence for a moment, then my mom spoke, her voice shaking. We got a notice, from the bank. About your apartment, they're saying. That it's not mine anymore. I finished for her. Silence again. Then my sister snapped. Why didn't you tell us you had it mortgaged? I looked out the window. The street light flickered, casting long shadows on the pavement. A stray dog moved slowly along the sidewalk, like it had nowhere to go. There's a lot I didn't tell you, I said quietly. The truth was, I'd been drowning for 2 years. Medical bills from an emergency surgery I couldn't afford, credit cards I kept using just to stay afloat, and then losing my job out of nowhere. Everything piled up at once. I tried to hold on to the apartment like it was the last proof that I had some kind of stability left. But it didn't work. Eventually, I made a decision. Not out of courage, more like exhaustion. I stopped trying to save something that was already slipping away. I spoke to the bank. Worked out a deal. Transferred the apartment into a legal trust tied to my debt restructuring. On paper, it had still been mine for a while. In reality, it wasn't anymore. And yes, I had changed the locks. The key my sister had? That was old. Useless. We went there, my mom said, her voice trembling more now. And some people showed up. They said we were trespassing. They threatened to call the police. Because you were trespassing, I said, flat. We were checking on your place. My sister shot back, like that made it okay. I let out a small laugh, but there was no humor in it. Just fatigue. You broke the door, destroyed things, and now you think you're the victims. Another silence. Then my dad spoke, softer this time. We didn't know. Exactly, I said. You never do. That wasn't new. Growing up, everything about me had been background noise to them. My struggles were phases. My problems were overreactions. And my silence? That was convenient. I pulled the phone away for a second and closed my eyes. Something inside me felt different. That tight knot I'd carried for years, the need to explain myself, to be understood, it was loosening. What happens now? My mom asked, her voice smaller, almost childlike. Nothing, I said. You stay away from that place. I'll handle the rest. You're not going to help us? My sister asked, disbelief in her tone, like I owed her something. I thought about all the times I had helped. Covered for her. Given money I didn't have. Stayed quiet when I shouldn't have. I always did, I said slowly. Not anymore. I hung up. The next morning, I walked into a small community center a few blocks from where I was staying. There was a legal aid clinic there, cheap, basic, nothing fancy. I didn't expect much. That's where I met Jane. She was in her 50s, glasses slipping down her nose, a stack of files on her desk. She didn't look impressed or sympathetic. Just steady. She listened. Really listened. Asked clear questions. Gave straight answers. No judgment, she said at one point, almost like she could read my hesitation. Just facts. That's how we fix things. For the first time in a long while, I felt like I wasn't being measured against anything. Not my past, not my family, not my mistakes. You did what you had to do, she told me. And you're not stuck. You've got options. It wasn't some big, life-changing moment. No dramatic turnaround. Just a normal person, doing her job, offering a little clarity. But it was enough. I found a small studio apartment after that. Nothing special, thin walls, old flooring, a heater that made too much noise, but it was mine in a way the other place never really had been. I got a new job too. Not perfect, but steady. Paychecks that came on time. Health insurance, finally. I didn't delete my family's numbers. I just stopped answering. Sometimes, late at night, I think about that apartment. The broken glass. The mess. The version of me that thought holding on to that place meant holding on to control. It didn't. Letting it go did. That door, half open, wasn't just about what they had done. It was about what I had finally seen. They didn't break my home. They just showed me it had never really been one. And walking away, quietly, without a fight, that wasn't weakness. That was the first real decision I made for myself. A small, ordinary kind of freedom. But real. If this story resonated with you or reminded you of your own strength, don't forget to like and subscribe for more real, powerful stories like this. Your support truly means a lot and helps keep these voices heard. Thank you for being here and taking the time to listen.